Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is Naeem Mushtaq here, and today I'm very honored and blessed to be with Professor Nagarajah and also Brother Wong from Malaysia. They were introduced to me by another brother, Shahzasa, and this is their first time in Pakistan. And then when I came to know that they're coming to Pakistan, Islamabad, so I requested Brother Shahzad, let me interview them. Let me interview our brothers from Malaysia. And they are here to explore the opportunities of getting students for the hospitality industry in Malaysia. And what I will be doing, sir, thank you very much and welcome to Pakistan. This is my YouTube channel, and I have a series on Coffee with Friends where I have a friendly um, friendly discussions, no formalities, no commercialism. This is just a friendly talk. So what I'll be doing is I would like the audience to be more focused on you, both of you. So I'll be at the back of the camera. I thought to be at the front first, so record this opening so that people know, and then I'll be at the back of the camera, and then we'll discuss what are the area and opportunities for the Pakistani students and universities also to be connected with you. I was looking at their visiting cards, and they are very beautiful. At the back are the list of institution they are connected with, and mashallah, they are very. So I'm very happy to meet both of you, and I'll be at the back of the camera, and then let's do the discussion. Okay, thank you. Okay, dear audience, we are with Professor Lee and Honorable Professor Lee and Mr. Wong from Malaysia, and they are here first time in Pakistan, I believe.
Yeah. Hello to Islamabad, to Pakistan.
Lovely.
Yeah.
And they are first time here in Pakistan for their recruitment tour for the education and universities, and they also the work visa. So I will start with work. Mr. Wong is to just give us a brief idea of your background information of the visit of your Pakistan.
Okay, basically, we are here to offer a work-based learning programs for all the Pakistan's young people, from the age of 18 to 25.
Okay.
Yeah, and we find that this is something very unique, especially after the pandemics, where people are hungry to back on tracks, and people cannot afford for another 3 more years in institutions.
Yeah.
But whereas we find that it's important to provide them a works and meantime study.
Yeah.
This is the main reasons we come to Pakistan.
Yeah. Okay. And you are starting your tour with Islamabad?
Yeah.
And you plan to go to Lahore also?
Yeah.
And any plan to go to Karachi?
Not this time.
Just Islamabad and Lahore?
Yes.
And what kind of courses you are offering at the moment?
Yeah, basically we offer 3 programs: hotel management, culinary art, and the business administrations.
Okay, lovely. So it's more focused on hospitality industry.
Yeah, mainly on hospitality.
Lovely, because Pakistan is also working very hard.
Yeah, I see people, I met people, these are all lovely people, Yes. Yeah.
Pakistan focuses also on tourism and hospitality at the moment now.
Yeah.
So I think more people who, if they attend these courses, if they learn these courses, they will expanding their career opportunities options.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Lovely.
Yes.
And we have also Honorable Professor Lee. So Professor Lee, tell us something about yourself, since you are a professor and doctor.
Thank you, Dr. Naeem, for this opportunity. Let me share with you why we created this unique program.
Okay.
Just to put on record, our institution is the first institution to create such a work-based learning program in our country. And we would like to share our experiences to the entire world. Now, I think this COVID-19 pandemic has brought a lot of changes.
Exactly.
And one of the greatest changes it has brought is to education.
Exactly.
Now, if you look back, in the past, universities were seen as ivory tower.
Exactly.
It's a place for those who can afford to go.
Exactly.
this particular 2.5 years of pandemic issues
Yes.
has already transformed it.
Mm.
Universities are not ivory tower anymore.
Exactly.
Universities has become learning houses.
Yeah, lovely.
That's how we look at it.
Yes.
Now, back to this particular work-based learning program.
Mhm.
The world has come to a T-junction
Yeah.
whereby people are not interested to spend 3 to 4 years in the university, then come out as a graduate and start looking for job.
Okay, lovely.
The whole world is looking at skilled manpower. We are not talking about just cheap labors. We are talking about skilled manpower, which will be specially trained
Yeah.
and be placed in industries whereby not only they will benefit, the industry will benefit,
Yeah.
and in the long run, the country will benefit. That's how we created this work-based learning program.
Lovely, lovely.
Now, to give more essence to this,
Yes.
our program has been designed in such a way
Mm.
they will be spending about 20% of their time to have some academic exposure.
Okay.
And 80% of the time, they will be in the industry.
Yeah.
They'll be having their practical exposures.
Okay.
They'll be guided by industry experts. They'll be coached by masters.
Yeah.
And they'll be assessed by the industry experts.
Experts.
Therefore, we believe once they graduate,
Yeah.
they don't only have the certification, they have the wide experience with them. They already become qualified, well skilled, and highly sought after manpower. That's our intention.
Lovely, lovely. As I see the Malaysian experience of change, embracing Western culture and Asian values, and becoming an Asian tiger. Also, I think in all the Muslim countries, Malaysia is considered to be a best place for work, residence, and also learning, how to emerge as a new partner where both East and West are joining hands. Well, I was thinking there are a lot of opportunities in Dubai, there are a lot of opportunities in London, there are a lot of opportunities in USA. So why Malaysia? Why the students should, apart from the quality of education and the roadmap you are providing, what do you think? Why should we consider Malaysia?
Okay, first of all, Malaysia is a heaven on earth. That I would like to highlight. I think Malaysia is one country where the ethnicity and religious differences does not actually change the way we live.
Wow, that's a miraculous transformation, I would say.
Yes. And Malaysia has been a country which welcome people from all nations.
Lovely.
We don't have any discriminative ideas about whichever country, may it be an Islamic country or a Western country or whatever. That's point number one. Point number two, the reason that we created this platform is just to make Malaysia as a stepping stone,
Yeah.
whereby after that they'll be able to go to any part of the world.
Yeah.
May it be Middle East, Eastern Europe, or China, or Korea, or Japan, or Canada. That's why in our program, even though this program will be conducted in Malaysia, students will be receiving certificates not only from the Malaysian institution, they also will get one certificate from the UK and the third certificate from the US, which will make them very, very credible, especially if they have some intention to migrate to other part of the world and continue their professional life.
So Malaysia will be providing them a very sound runway where they
Yeah,
can
that's right.
fly high.
That's right.
One thing I was wondering, like people coming from India, going to Malaysia, people coming from Pakistan, going to Malaysia to get that education and get that environmental experience. Normally, our country situation in Pakistan, because of the political instability, people are sometimes emotionally or mentally disturbed. Because hospitality is a profession where attitude is more important than your knowledge. Your perception is more important than the reality itself, and the focus is entirely on customer. It's all about hospitality. I was wondering if you could enlighten us how Malaysia achieved this, miraculous transformation of having different people from different walks of lives, from different religion, and still loving one another, still considering Malaysia their home. No one thinks of another person coming from a different background. If you are Malaysian, you are a part of it. But sometime in other countries, you see because of the political instability, people are divided into different provinces, dialogues, and all those things. So if a student is going from here to Malaysia, what do you think? What would be the most surprising element he would be facing, and what would be the most challenging thing that you have to face students coming from this part of the world?
Let us talk about the excitement first.
Yeah.
As I mentioned, even though Malaysia is a Muslim country,
Yeah.
I think there is a nice blend of cultural differences in Malaysia. All the other religions, they have freedom to practice whatever faith they believe in. At the same time, we respect each other's belief without interfering into another person's faith. That's point number one. Point number two, Malaysia is a very colorful country. You have Malays who are Muslims, we have Chinese, Indians and other Asians and whatnot. We have a huge number of international communities. Pakistanis are not aliens in Malaysia. They are very good traders. They have got good restaurants in Malaysia. And having Pakistani students in the hospitality industry, it will be a boon to Malaysian hospitality sector. I would put it that way. That's one aspect. Second aspect, being a Muslim country, I think Pakistanis will feel very much at home to be there. The food, the hospitality that they're going to receive, they will have a kind of sense of security being in another Muslim country. Their faith will not be deprived.
There will be no homesickness in
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly.
They're shifting from one room to another room in the same house.
Exactly. So that richness will give them very good experience.
Lovely. Now tell us something about the course itself. How long is the course? If a student accepts your proposal, how long is the course? What are the fee structure and
Okay, this course has been designed in such a way to be a work-based learning program. Okay, the total duration where a student can stay in Malaysia will be 3 years. That means the student will have an opportunity to be in Malaysia for 36 months, whereby most of the time they will be in the industry, and the industry will be paying them the so-called stipend, which is equivalent to the salary, the basic salary the one should get. That's point number one. Point number two, apart from just being in the classroom, most of the time they will be learning their skills from the industry, taught by industry experts. That will give them not only hands-on experience, also exposure to the real life work environment. Just now you mentioned about the fee. Rather than looking at the fee, I would like to look at it as an initial investment. Obviously, in order for us to achieve something, we need to invest something. All right. Now,
it's sort of a future investment
exactly.
In a world of opportunities.
Exactly.
There is no limit.
Exactly. I think the initial investment a student should get themselves ready will be about the Pakistani rupees about 945,000. In return, let's not talk about the other fringe benefit. The financial return itself, being in Malaysia for 3 years, in total they will be earning about 1.6 million Pakistani rupees. That is almost more than double of the investment.
They are paying, they are getting back in
Definitely.
Yeah, more than that.
That is the financial benefit. Other than the financial benefit, they are getting 3 certificates recognized by Malaysia. recognized by the UK
Okay.
and recognized by the US.
Yes.
These three certification will allow them to accumulate a lot of migration points
Migration point.
so that it is easier for them to migrate to countries like Canada, UAE, Australia, New Zealand, and so on. All right. And the third point is we are also coming up with some financial assistance scheme
Okay.
whereby it is not available immediately, but maybe a month or two down the road, they will be able to be given this kind of opportunity, whereby even their initial investment will be given to them in a form of loan, whereby they can use this loan to pay the fees and from salary deduction scheme from their stipend.
That's the most important part.
Yes.
Once we hear, they are thinking maybe we have to pay the whole amount in lump sum way, what we will do. But you are also giving them
Yes.
assistance in
Yes.
paying for the enrollment. and
That's
also
right.
deducting
That's
their part.
right.
That's a nice thing.
So we are coming up with many kind of concepts.
Okay.
First and foremost, we would like to highlight here, even though an institution should run as a commercial institution,
Okay.
we have put in lot of CSR concept into it. I mean, we are the tail end of our life. Our intention is just not to make money.
Okay.
We would like to make education, quality education, accessible to as many people as possible throughout the globe.
Lovely. Well, that's very mashallah. I would say this is very good. I feel like also enrolling myself also in the course.
Yeah, most welcome.
Okay, so and Dr. Wong, Mr. Wong, would you like to add something to the discussion? Any other area that people need to know through this interview?
Yeah, I think basically, especially the markets is needed people, and recently we secured a numbers of industrial partnerships
Okay.
where we expect a minimum 3,000 to 5,000 of the work placements in Malaysia and also in South Korea as well. Yeah, so I see this is a very good opportunity for Pakistan's people to explore, and gain experience Malaysian way. You know what I mean? That's important. Yeah, and we provide a good platform to access to the international. So this is the two important point that we want to address today.
And earlier you mentioned you have courses in 3 different categories: hospitality,
Culinary arts,
culinary arts,
and business administration.
business administration.
Yes.
Lovely. That's
Yeah.
very good. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Wong.
Just to add a little bit
Yes,
to
yes,
what
please.
my friend Wong mentioned,
Mhm.
this particular program,
Yeah.
their educational journey is not going to end in Malaysia after 3 years.
Okay.
Upon graduating
Yes.
through our network, we ourselves will be able to place them into foreign market.
Lovely.
For example, the United Arab Emirates, Saudi, Canada, we have got very good contact. Also, the South Korea,
South
where we have holiday pass.
Yeah.
We have been granted holiday pass for 1,000 students,
Wow.
which means upon graduating, every year we will be able to select about 1,000 among these
Students, yeah.
graduates and send them to Korea to get experience, which also will be paid while they are there. You see?
Lovely.
So with this certification and international experience, I think for them to migrate to another country is just not a big tassel.
And also, even if you don't migrate, Malaysia itself is a growing economy.
Yeah.
It is.
And that's a very
It is.
good place where you won't feel homesick, and you can do a lot of business opportunities here. Another humorous part, I was thinking, many students go from here to another country for study, and then they get married there. So if any of your student decides to get married with a Malaysian lady, will you also?
Of course, it's already happening.
Yeah, it's,
Let me tell you something. We don't have that many Pakistanis coming to the country
Okay.
of the late. We had a huge crowd from Bangladesh.
Oh, okay.
I tell you what, even in Malaysia, we have more than 2 million,
more than that.
more than 2 million
Oh.
Bangladeshis who have been already blended into a Malaysian
Wow.
community by a form of marriage and so on.
Especially lately, the Pakistanis, the Bangladeshis is earning higher than the local.
Wow.
They're
Yeah.
very entrepreneurial.
Yes.
That's the beauty of the economy, where you
Yeah.
welcome the foreign guests and visitors to become a part of your legacy. And this is the most beautiful
See,
thing about
as it is, Malaysia is a cultural melting pot. All kind of cultures are welcome.
Yeah.
And one fine day, I believe, there'll be more and more Pakistani Malaysian mix
Married.
kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, do you also teach some subject?
I do.
Because I was looking at your communication skill, is more of a professor and a doctor,
Yeah.
and so mesmerizing and so clarity you have. What subject you are normally teaching?
I'm a trained mathematician. I was a professor of mathematics for the last 20 years.
Wow.
Then I established about 4 universities.
Mashallah.
And towards the tail end of my career, I thought I need to join hand with my friends to do something to the community.
Oh, lovely. And have you written any sort of book?
Yeah, pretty much.
Lovely. I would love to read your autobiography someday when you decide to write it, because coming from that rich background and doing a national service has a lot of lessons that can be taught to the young youth.
That's right.
Nowadays, there's a trend of motivational literature in Asia. The power is shifting to Asia, to Malaysia, Pakistan, China, Iran, Turkey, India. So I think there are a lot of motivational literature, and sometimes we are reading Western literature to motivate us, but we are creating our own stories. We have established, high level of motivational, stories that needs to be published. And I'm sure that Professor Nagara will definitely. I'll be reading your biography.
We also love to have you in Malaysia, to do some research on your, that interfaith.
That I was thinking, because inviting everyone in your society and creating a atmosphere where everyone is welcomed and everyone thinks that this is his own place is a sort of a strategy developed by the government and by the economy that needs to be studied and then taught in the universities. This is another way of looking at religion.
That's right.
Not through theology, but through sociology, and that is a very interesting part, which mostly religious personality working on interfaith dialogue are missing right now. From your perspective and from your business perspective, there are many ways to look at the religion, and one way is to help and serve one another in establishing their life. What you are doing through your platform is also is another way, is a service to religion, because if the person is economically established, his thought process will be balanced and normal, which will ultimately will inject into his religious ideology.
That's right.
Well, thank you very much, both of you. I enjoyed
Thank
talking
you.
to you,
Yeah.
and I am sure that you are going to meet a lot of Pakistani. And just like talking to you, I feel like being in Malaysia, and also thinking that, going to Malaysia is like visiting another part of Pakistan, and I'm sure you will see Pakistan, another part of Malaysia also.
Before landing to Islamabad, I had a very different opinion about the country, especially the infrastructure.
Yeah, exactly.
Throughout my journey from the airport to the hotel, I thought, look here, it's a superb country, very well disciplined.
Yeah.
The roads are very well managed. People are lovely.
Especially you will see students here, they are willing and very keen to travel to other countries, and they have the quality of being, immediately being a part of the another culture. This makes us, especially our ladies who are in the hospitality industry, our people.
I believe they will be able to blend themselves very well.
Lovely. Well, thank you very much to both of you gentlemen. I enjoyed talking to you, and I hope your travel and trip in Pakistan will be marvelous. I'll be putting your interview on my YouTube channel,
Yeah.
and will circulate in my areas, and we'll be connected. And I'm sure that this first trip will be a part of your continuous trips to Pakistan.
Obviously.
Yeah.
We do plan to have an office here,
That's
so that ours will be a continuous relationship. It's not a one-off.
Yeah, exactly. You need to have a sort of a permanent connectivity point where people can go and come, and then you can keep on coming. And you're also planning to visit some universities, I am believing.
Yes.
Lovely. That's another good place to recruit talent in the market. Well, thank you very much. And with this last permission,
Thank you.
we can
Yeah,
resume
thank
to-
you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.